What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, your name is Drake, right? It looks like you have found a way to play yourself again. Listen, you guys, we have a lot to catch up on. In a move that surprised no one except for me, because I still didn't think Drake was that lame, he fell into another one of Kendrick's traps. What is that? Remember with the Not Like Us video? It looked like Kendrick had 8-8 2024 written on his jacket, and everybody was like, oh my God, that means Kendrick's gonna drop on 8-8. The only thing is, and this is what I mean about Drake being stupid, the only thing is a lot of people said, no, 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 no. That's just the brand. It's their season collection. It doesn't mean anything. Well, just like Drake didn't do his homework about what was going on in Kendrick's house, he took the bait. Drake thought that he was stepping on Kendrick's release and The Weeknd's release, and he ended up playing himself. Now, to be fair, nobody was going to buy a Drake album because I'm sure they did the research and they're like, yeah, you're lame right now. So he had songs with Lotto, he has this, he has that. He leaked his own burner account. The same way he leaked his own S tape, he leaked his own burner account. A burner account nobody cared about, a burner account nobody was following, a burner account that he wanted us to know, okay? What did he do? Why did he do it? He thought Kendrick was going to drop, and he thought he was going to step all over Kendrick's release. The only thing is, even if Kendrick did drop, one, he's not. But even if he was going to, how did you think these mid-ass, lame-ass songs were going to do anything? The reason why you released all this for free is because nobody was going to pay for it. The album was already going to be lame. So anyway, you guys, he leaked his own burner account, but you guys, the weirdness, the depravity, the disgustingness that was released on that burner account, we got to talk about that because, yeah, it's a no from me. He also thought he was going to step on the Weeknd's release. The only thing is, the Weeknd released a like a preview of his new album, Drake. You really think those tired old rhymes and that offbeat singing is going to beat the man that made Blinding Lights? We always going to be here for a Weeknd release unless we find out he's into some weirdo stuff, which I don't think so, right? But the whole thing is, how did you think any of those whack songs, and they are all whack. That's why, make no mistake, that's why UMG released it, because they were like, this album's a wash. Kendrick's exposed them. We don't have time to build up a new persona. He got a collab of Lotto. Lotto can't even save that mess. And none of it's charting. Nobody's caring. But you know what they do care about? They care about the weirdo stuff that was caught on his account. Okay, let's talk about this, right? First of all, Driz on Twitter said, why did Drake copy Kendrick with the Finsta account? Now, Kendrick had a real Finsta account. And this is what Drake doesn't get. He thinks that we're riding with Kendrick because we don't like him. Drake is annoying. He's corny. He's a clown. He's making himself a clown. If you guys don't know, I did an amazing, amazing, amazing deep dive into Drake's man unit because BBL Wiggy also wears a wig. No shade if men wear wigs. You know, I love a good wig, right? But it's just the weirdo Drake stuff, right? That nobody ever noticed. But at the end of the day, one of the reasons we find Kendrick so amusing is because he doesn't do anything for an audience. He genuinely had a Fencer account because he's just funny. He's just amusing. The more people, that's a weird thing that must make Drake so mad, right? His greatest fear. The more we learn about Kendrick, the more we just tickled because he's funny. He's like Moriarty from Sherlock Holmes. He is diabolical, but in a funny, amusing way. The more we learn about Drake, the more we're like, did you lock the car doors? Did you give him the number? The more we learn about him, the more we back up. And it makes Drake so mad. So what does he do? Drake is into whoever, I'm telling you, they talk about who's the mole in Drake's camp. Whoever is advising him right now is the mole. I love that for him. But if I was Drake, I'd be like, are you serious? There's all these things about perversion and, being a degenerate. Sandra, sit down. This is heavy. Your son's a 6'6" man. He, in his little burner account, right? What is it? His undisclosed tape, his secret account is where he dropped 100 gigabytes of unreleased music. He probably planned this because he thought Kendrick was going to drop on the 8th, right?
Hey guys, Future Tisa here. Listen, just as a reminder, if you haven't checked out my exclusive live with Rihanna's ex-publicist, you gotta check it out. He is giving so much information. Jay-Z, Rihanna, Diddy, Harvey Weinstein. Listen, it's straight from the horse's mouth. Go ahead and check it out. I promise you're not going to regret it. It's actually pretty fun to listen to, too. Anyway, you guys, let's get back to the mess. But you know I had to do a little shameless self-promotion. Okay, let's go.
He probably planned this because he thought Kendrick was going to drop on the 8th, right? So it's his thing that, and I'm not even going to talk about what it is, but it's his unreleased music. He also showed this weird, he also showed a bunch of really disturbing pictures. And the thing is, he's such a loser and a copycat. He's trying to get people to do a deep dive on that random burner account he released, just like when he was literally slapping around his baloney pony. And he was like, and we didn't understand. We were like, who leaked a tape of Drake limp? Like, does that make any sense? And when we didn't figure it out, he went on every podcast blogging, yeah, I did it myself, right? He's posting, and on the Shade Room, I know he paid for this post, said Drake posts some interesting content on Instagram from a Instagram account. They said, ooh, Drake posted a photo that included his ex, Keisha, aka Kiki's sampler EP from 2006. First of all, does Drake think he's that important that we're going to go down a rabbit hole that he wants us to go down? Does he not understand American thinking? Does he not understand American rabbit holes? Does he not understand that's not the way it works? You can't lead us to your own rabbit hole about yourself because you're just leading us to what you want us to think. You do rabbit holes on other people. It's like unauthorized biographies. Those are always more credible than authorized biographies. It's like Drake can't put it together, right? So he's trying to make everybody go on this stupid deep dive about on his dumb burner account. Spoiler alert, ain't nobody going on the deep dive, right? He released a bunch of music, like videos of him doing stuff with Rihanna, just rehearsing. Rihanna t-shirt. I cover that in a different video. Looking like a psycho. Like, why haven't you gotten over the Rihanna stuff? You guys, for a moment in time, at that time, Rihanna might have actually been like ready for rehab. I think you were like before she cleaned herself up. I think that's where the relationship came from. At that point, we can't blame her for anything that happens. Okay, hold on, it gets even weirder. But the fact that Drake doesn't even know, you can't do a rabbit hole on yourself, dummy. Okay. He also uh he also talked about the woman who inspired Hotline Bling. We used to be in bed together and her phone would be blowing up. Drake, we all know you use reference tracks and ghostwriters, right? So what are you talking about? Are you letting us know the videotape you sent your ghostwriters so it could look a little bit more authentic? We know you don't write your own stuff. We know that you've stolen every look, every dance, even that Hotline Bling dance. That was the money dance or whatever you call it. It's just like, that's right. But let's keep going down. And also, nobody cares about Hotline Bling. Again, remember when Kendrick said you don't have a classic? Drake got some cute bops, right? His ghostwriters and the producers did well. But at the end of the day, does anybody need, did Hotline Bling, it might be me, I don't know, let me know. Did Hotline Bling change anybody's life? Did you need a deep dive into it? Yeah, no, I didn't think so. But here's where it got weird, right? He then posted a picture of a bunch of women without clothes on and his album cover, just looking really degenerate. It was unnecessary. And in this time, I was like, Drake, why would you do that when you have all these rumors about you? Okay. But he did it, right? He still did it anyway. And I said, did anybody check for ID? Because I'm sure this is Drake's fantasy, but like, do they have study hall in high school? Like, did anybody check for ID? But the weird part about it is, and this is the weird thing is, he then posted a weird, so Rye on Twitter said this post on Drake's Instagram account is very weird. It's two women in burqas, but they're not wearing pants. One woman is sitting there, another woman is standing with no pants on and the burqa. It's very disrespectful to the Muslim religion. It's very disrespectful to any religion, right? Ryan said this post on Drake's Instagram account is very weird. Designer Hussein Shalain done this as he disagrees with the oppression of Muslim women and believes all Muslim women can only wear burqas. It's extremely weird for a Jewish man to post this considering current events. I guess Drake is repping his set. He wants them to surround. I really honestly don't understand. Marcus on Twitter said, Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen, your son's a sick man. It's corny, right? It's like he's so like Genghis Kell said, this ninja is still effing corny and talking about women who don't want him. Drake has not learned a thing. And the funny thing is, Drake's incel army is like, oh, what's the big deal? Why can't he talk to Rihanna? You dummy, because it makes you look like a loser. Let it go. Let it go. Right? Rai said, furthermore, Hussein said this: the whole design was extremely distasteful and disrespectful. I challenge Mr. Shaylin and Drake to step foot into a mosque and educate themselves before designing or posting extremely weird things about a culture they're not a part of. Listen, this is just weird. It's weird. Another, who else said it? Rel Vibe said, these people in the burqa and the thing, pantless, I would show it, but it is weird that a Jewish man is posting women who are supposed to be pretending to be Muslim with burqas, which is a very religious symbol, and doing it in a disrespectful, real grimy, disgusting, fetishizing, sexualizing way, which is the opposite of what the burqa is meant to represent. I'm not a expert in religious theology, but even I know that much, right? And why would you post that with all the mess that's going on about you? This is Drake's plan to release a bunch of music nobody likes, that's flopping, that's reminding people that not only are you corny, but you're a degenerate and disrespectful for no reason. Just weirdo. Listen, Cammy KB said, is Drake going to pull the this is a Senate message about Muslim oppression angle again? Um, Listen, this is, yeah, he's a weirdo. He's disrespectful. Lorenzo King said Drake is crashing out in real time. He's exposing himself slowly but surely, 100%. Kay said, damn, a PDF file and an Islamophobe. Um, Again, it's a lot, right? It's a lot. And it's sick. Somebody said y'all wouldn't have been this fragile if Kanye posted this. Yeah, we would have, but Kanye's not a Jewish fan. Again, the optics are weird, but everything about Drake's optics are weird. I'm waiting to see if this undisclosed music charts. I'm waiting to see like what Drake does. At the end of the day, 50 Cent's talking about like Drake will be just fine when he comes out with another hit. Baby, good luck finding that hit you speak about. And in the meantime, it's actually funny watching Drake self-destruct. He actually can't help himself, y'all. I don't know. Y'all think Drake is coming back from this? I don't. Let's just hope he's open. Let's just hope he's ordering a new man unit so he can go on vacation. This explains why when he's in the Turks, he never gets into the water. He never gets into the water. He just standing there on hookah and taking shots. Yo, if any women have been with Drake, could you please let me know in my DMs or even in the comment section? Be anonymous. What's up with that unit? Did the glue be lifted up? Anyway, y'all, go watch the video. Also, just to let you guys know, I did an amazing live with Rihanna's ex-publicist. He has been featured in many magazines. He talked about Jay-Z, Harvey Weinstein, Diddy, how they're connected. He even talked about the early days between Rihanna and Jay-Z. I think it's a very, very good interview. We talked about it a lot. Go ahead and check it out. Promise you're going to love it. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. Talk to y'all later. Bye.